Dan King, this session 10:30 Saturday.
Morning, Mikel.
Hi.
Hope you're well. I think you have the same phrase in Spanish about putting all your eggs in one basket. Todos los huevos en una misma canasta. I mean, how dangerous would it be for you, but particularly for the players, to think, okay, we've got the Europa League now, the league doesn't matter?
Yeah, big mistake. I love that phrase. My dad always tells me that since I was 15 years old. And we cannot do that. And the league is really important. There's a lot of points to play for. There've been a lot of changes in recent weeks in terms of the table, and we want to be involved there until the last match. And the way to do it is to put a run together, as we said.
Yes, I mean, and you've not hid from it over the season that you've not been happy with the lack of consistency in the league, and you can't use good results in cup competitions to cover over that, can you?
No, but what I would say is that if you look at the performances and results that we had against some of the most difficult opponents, you would say, how is that possible? And it hasn't happened over the years at the club. But then for different reasons, some in detail, some our own mistakes, we have conceded and given away a lot of points that have put our season under scrutiny and put ourselves under a position that we are not comfortable with. But the form that we've been in Europa League, I think it's been very, very positive, and we have earned the place in the semi-finals, and we are really optimistic and thrilled to have the opportunity to get into that final.
And I think you've also spoken before about how when you've had really good, big, positive results, like for instance the win in the derby against Spurs, you haven't been able to follow them up in the next game with a similar level of performance and results. Mm-hmm. How important after last night is doing that on Sunday?
Yeah, again, and after the positive performance and result we got against Sheffield, to do it again the way we did it last night is reassuring, and it brings confidence that that's the level that we can reach. And when we play at that level, we are a really difficult team to play against, and we cannot accept anything less than that. That's the VAR that we have to set ourselves.
And I guess you maybe say to your players, look at what happened to Chelsea when they played West Bromwich Albion, to say that you've got to keep that bar high against Fulham. Yeah,
but they know in this league that when you took the foot out of the gas a little bit, you know what is going to happen. And even when you go full gas, any team can still beat you. So you don't give any margins or any percentages of your own performance away, because you're going to get exposed.
Can I ask you a couple of questions? I don't know if you've seen the statistics, but when Smith Rowe and Saka start Premier League games, your record is unbelievable. I mean, it's top four all the way. When they don't, it's not. I mean, that's a good reflection on them as players, but it also suggests that if one of them were to get injured, then you wouldn't do so well. How do you see that, and how can you improve that consistency across games?
They're not gonna play every game. It's impossible. So we have to change that those stats. That's what we have to do, and we have to find that solution. But as well, it tells a lot of what has happened this season, because 8 months ago, if anybody would say that we're going to rely so much on these two guys to get the results, you would said that would mean that we're not going to be in a really strong position. And that's our reality as well. And we have to change that reality, because it doesn't go in our favor.
And finally, for me, another player who's really sort of coming to the fore in these recent games is Pablo Mari. I mean, he had a difficult time when he first came in. There was injury and all sorts of things. What do you make of his emergence now as a first choice centre back, and what might that mean for decisions you make about David Luiz in the summer?
Pablo had a really unfair and difficult adaptation to the club, because he's been injured a lot. When he's not been injured, you cannot find a better character person to have around the place when he plays and when he doesn't play. And his biggest attribute is his leadership. You see how he communicates, how he speaks with the back line. He has the quality to make the people around him better. And we got a clean sheet against Sheffield, and that's what I played them together again, and we got another clean sheet. So he hasn't now the right to play.
Thanks,
Great.
Dan.
Thank you.
10:30 Saturday.